Thanks to everyone who have subscribed. If you have not, please do. And thanks for coming out here. I really appreciate you.
Karma. Pastors are willing to be accountable, says Osinbajo. Hey, my people. By the way, good morning, good afternoon, a very warm evening to you, whatever time we're reaching you today. Thank you so much for being there. We appreciate you. God bless you. Thanks for being there. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up and to subscribe if this is your first time. We are having a breaking news on our table. Breaking news. Kama, pastors are willing to be accountable, says Osinbajo. In case you don't know who Yemi Osinbajo is, he's a professor. So we will call him by his title. We will celebrate him and we honor him. It's not easy to get those achievements. He did not buy it in the market. He worked for it. Professor Yemi Osinbajo, pastor. I don't know where to fit that in now. Professor or pastor, professor, Vice President Yemi Osinbajo of the Federal Republic of Nigeria says pastors are ready to be accountable. Excuse me, they are men of God and they are supposed to be transparent and accountable. I don't get it. What do you mean by they are ready to be accountable? Was there no accountability? We all know if you are a Christian, it will not be a news to you that there was a man among Jesus' disciple who was stealing from the purse. His name was called Judas Iscariot, and we know what happened to him. At the end of the day, he hung himself because of the crime he committed. So what are we saying? Does it mean that prior to this time, pastors were not accountable and just do things anyhow? I believe every church have the accounts department where money is being done, counted, and what have you. Anyway, guys, let's get into the news and hear what our professor, our pastor, our vice president has got to say. It says, pastors, breaking news, pastors are willing to be accountable. The vice president, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, says pastors in the country are willing to be accountable. Sorry, sir, the signal is not the same because what we hear from other men of God is not in line with what you are saying. I'm just stating that out, the obvious out, okay? Maybe there is a prior meeting we did not know about, but what you are saying does not concur with. I don't want to name names. These are men of God that I respect, that we should respect, you know. So I don't want to name names, but you are a professor, you are a public figure, you are in our politics, and you have said it now. Just dropped on us the breaking news that pastors are ready to be accountable. I'll take that again, guys. Let's go. Or what do you think? I just want to make the statement clear. State the obvious. Vice President Professor Yemi Osinbajo says pastors in the country are willing to be accountable. Osinbajo made this known on Thursday while speaking on the controversial Company Alliance Matters Act 2020 at the 60th Virtual Conference of Nigeria Bar Association. At the conference with the theme Step Forward, the Vice President advised religious leaders who have concerns regarding the recent amended law to put their concerns in proposal and forward it to the National Assembly for possible amendment. Okay? The Punch has earlier reported that the President Major General Muhammadu Buhari retired. On August the 7th, signed into law the Company and Alliance Matters Bill 2020. The bill, which also has been passed by the National Assembly. They quickly pass this kind of bill. Everything against God, they will pass it. It's not Nigeria. It's against Christian and they will pass it quickly. Southern Kaduna, nobody has said anything. No. Let's continue. And the National Assembly replaced by the 1990 Kama. But top clergies in the country, like presiding Bishop of the Living Faith Church Worldwide, aka Winners Chapel, David Oyedepo, as well as Christian Association of Nigeria and the Pentecostal Fellowship of Nigeria, amongst others, have rejected the law, especially Section 831, subsection 1 and 2 of the law, which empowers the supervising minister to suspend trustees of the association, in this case the church, and appoint the interim management to manage the affairs of the association for some given reasons. Speaking on Thursday, Osinbajo explained the Company and Alliance Matter Act is a very huge legislation. It has over 800 sections or so. It is a massive regulation that covers a wide range of issues on companies, all sorts of issues on companies, general matters, appointment of directors, etc. Now, there is a small section of it called the incorporated trustee section. That small section of it is the section that regulates charities. Churches, mosques are regarded as charities. It is the incorporated trustee section of the Company and Allied Matters Act that has become controversial, and because the churches are charity, provisions of the incorporated trustee section obviously affects churches. What the churches are concerned about is that the provision that made the said events some wrongdoing is found, or I'll take that again. What the churches are concerned about is the provision that says in the event that some wrongdoing is found or perpetrated by the trustee of a particular organization or church, the Registrar General can go to court, get an order to appoint interim trustees for the church for whichever organization that be to manage the affairs of such a trust. That concern of the churches is that it could lead to situation where particularly anybody could be appointed as a trustee to oversee a church, and a church or a mosque or a religious organization is obviously a spiritual organization. If you do not belong, you do not share the faith or have any faith at all, you may be the wrong person, and the wrong person may be appointed and create more trouble than internally intended. The matter before the trustee was appointed. My view, and what I also have suggested to several of the group that I have spoken to and the leaders that I have spoken to, is that they have a process by which this can be related and corrected. What they can do is that whatever the proposal of the amendment may be, whatever view of the church leaders may be regarding the question of how trustees should be put in proposal and forwarded to the National Assembly for consideration of an amendment to the law. That process is entirely open, and I believe this is a process that we ought to pursue where citizens have serious concern. We are in a democracy. There is a process for which things can be done. My dear, what is there more to say? Professor Yemi Osinbajo has spoken. Leave us a comment. Bye for now.